What's up guys, my name is Fran and once again welcome back. And in this video we're going to be checking out this little guy right here. This is the brand new Apple TV 4K. So I'm going to start with this video by mentioning the fact that I am an Android TV OS user, and I have been one for probably the last 2 years. And that's primarily because my main source of entertainment and content consumption and my home living room entertainment system has actually been the Nvidia Shield console. Now this console has been running Android TV OS since its launch, and it's been nothing but great. The primary reason, aside from just using Android TV as an OS, is that the Nvidia Shield also doubles as a Chromecast device. So that sort of makes it double great, where I can cast things from my phone if I want to really quickly, and then alternatively I have a set-top box to use different applications such as Netflix, Twitch, and everything in between. Now I did mention the fact that I've been using Android TV for so long primarily because some of the features in tvOS running on the Apple TV might seem a little bit new to me. For example, the overall application selection is a lot more robust on Apple TV. I haven't actually really used the new one to that extent to notice how many more applications as well as how many more games are available for the Apple TV. Another thing I noticed right off of the back is the overall user interface, or the operating system itself. It's a lot more butter smooth on the Apple TV. Even though this isn't really a versus video, and I do plan on doing one of those in the near future, I just noticed some of those differences right off the bat. Now speaking of performance, the new Apple TV 4K actually seems to run the operating system super buttery smooth. Although that was running in 1080p, what I did notice is once I did finally switch over to a native 4K signal, the overall operating system did seem to slow down just a tad bit. This also applied to a number of other applications such as Netflix and Hulu. These applications, once I switched up to the 4K resolution, the entire system itself started to slow down just a little bit. Other than that, everything seemed to run normally. There weren't any crashes, and the operating system was still fairly buttery smooth while running in the 4K resolution. So considering the fact that the brand new Apple TV was able to pump out 4K resolutions, I did run out and pick up a SteelSeries Nimbus controller just to see what the gaming performance would be like when using it under 4K. I did go ahead and run a number of titles such as Transistor as well as a Rayman title, and I did notice that for the most part while running in 1080p, a lot of these titles were super buttery smooth. But as soon as I bumped up the resolution to 4K, I noticed a major performance hit, and this was a little bit concerning. While the A10X chip does seem to be a more powerful system chip, unfortunately I'm not sure if it's capable of really pumping out those 4K graphics similar to the Nvidia Tegra X1 that we see in the Nvidia Shield console. Now as far as physical attributes go for the Apple TV 4K, not much has really changed here from the last generation. It's still going to export the same exact design. When it comes to some of the I/O in the back of the unit, you are still going to have a power port, you're still going to have a 1GB Ethernet port, but this time around you are going to have HDMI 2.0, and that's the way you're going to be able to push 4K content up to a television set or a monitor. You're also going to notice the removal of a USB port that was on the previous generation that you used to be able to use to charge different things such as remote controllers. And then you're also going to notice another change on the bottom of the actual unit. That is now the change from passive cooling to active cooling. So this time around, the A10X processor is definitely pumping out a lot of power here, so Apple did need to put a fan in the bottom of the Apple TV to make sure that the unit stays cool. But as I just mentioned, aside from these very small changes, for the most part the Apple TV is pretty much the same. It's going to be running the same operating system as the previous generation and have most of the same capabilities, of course, in 1080p. So this is going to be a pretty short video because in all honesty, not much has really changed in the brand new version of the Apple TV 4K. Now I am going to try a challenge where I really sit here and use the system for maybe about a month or so, and I'm going to then do a versus video versus the Nvidia Shield to see if I end up missing Chromecast that much and need to switch back, or if I end up sticking with something like the Apple TV due to its better operating system and overall application selection. So what are you guys' thoughts and opinions on the brand new Apple TV? Is it a good choice, or should I stick to my Nvidia Shield console for my main source of entertainment? Let me know in the comment section below. Also write down there if you like this video and you want to see more like it, do me a favor, hit that like button, and if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Once again guys, my name is Fran, thanks so much for checking out this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.